YouTube streets, and I really wanted to talk to you. I know it's been a moment. Life has been happening all around me, and I've been just putting out fires here and there and everywhere, but I had to get back to my YouTube family. And I want to let you guys know that it's time out for us just saying, I could work with this. It's not quite right, but I'm gonna work with this. You know what? This situation has potential, so I'm gonna make this work. It's time out for that. It's time out for trying new things, and the minute that you get scared or it's too different or too far from the norm that you're used to, that you run back to what you know. Change is uncomfortable, y'all. Change looks different, it feels different, and it is different. And I want you guys to get used to change. My auntie took me on vacation, and even though the pool at the resort looked so pretty and crystal blue, it was just amazing, and the sun was shining. I was thinking, I bet you that pool is gonna be just so warm because the sun is shining. We're on vacation and it's hot out here. But as I dipped my toe and my foot into that water, it was freezing cold. I mean, it was so cold. It was like, oh, cold. But let me tell you something. It took a process for me to ease into the water. It took a process for it to just once went past my thighs and began to cover my body. Oh, I was freezing cold. But I want to let you guys know once I got in there, I was comfortable. The sun was shining on me, and I did not even want to get out of the pool. I was so relaxed. And that's what change looks like. That's what change feels like. It's uncomfortable. It's unfamiliar, y'all. But you cannot be afraid of it. In order to get results, you're going to have to change. Sometimes you're going to have to change your friends. Sometimes you're going to have to change your job, change your conversation, change your church. Sometimes you're going to have to change your hair. I was in TJ Maxx in the toiletry department because they sell like all kind of perfumes, soaps and lotions and shampoos and skincare. And I desired change. I said, you know what? I want to take home a really, really nice liquid soap. And I ended up getting eucalyptus by Dr. Bronner's. It suds up, it cleans you so well. And the smell of it just opens your senses. And it was a complete change. It changed my attitude. It changed the way I felt. But I felt so clean. Sometimes little changes bring big results, right? Making up my bed every day, I have a better day. When you get your car washed and you fill up the gas tank, certain little things that you do for yourself can change majorly your whole mood, your whole outlook on life. Now, I hadn't been dating for years, and I had decided I'm going to entertain the idea of dating. So I've been meeting, up with different people and just trying to see, what's what and where the mine is and check the temperature of outside. And there's a gentleman, nice guy, but he's just I'm not used to where you been, who were you with, who did you meet. I don't want you giving your name never out. I don't want you entertaining anybody else, you know. However, he's got some really good things about him. He's got some great things going on with him. But the idea of me staying with that individual is like having a cake, getting ready to bake a cake with all of the right ingredients, but the butter, the eggs, and the milk is spoiled. You have all the right ingredients, but the ingredients themselves, some of the ingredients are spoiled. They're no good, and that would make the cake uh not consumable. You can't even eat it because the milk is curdy, the eggs are bad, the butter stinks. It's time out to say, "Oh, I could work with this because I see potential. I could work with this because, you know, this person has all of the right ingredients." Let me tell you something. You only have one life to live. And with the way that the world is going, nobody has 4 or 5 years to waste to realize that this was a mistake and that you ignored the red flags, that you ignored that the butter stunk and that the milk was curdy and that the eggs were no good before you decided to bake a cake. But you want that cake so bad. You don't want to go to the store to pick up more ingredients. You're like, "It's gonna be alright. I'm just gonna put it together, it's gonna be alright." And then when it doesn't come out the way you want it to, you waste time, you may waste energy, you waste money, and in which you could have, just driven to a bakery and just had a slice, or did it the right way the first time, but now you have hustled backwards because you've spent your money, your time, and your energy in the wrong place. And you decided, I could work with this. It has potential. All the components are present. All of the ingredients are present. And you proceeded anyway. And I want to encourage you guys, it's hard. I'm not even going to sit up here and tell you that it is hard to fight flesh sometimes because we want what we want when we want it. You know, maybe that person has the right body, beautiful smile, treats us well. But that's one thing about me. I pay attention to everything. I don't only pay attention to how you treat me, I pay attention to how you treat others. When you're telling me about a memory and tell me how you were involved and how you played a role in things, you're allowing me to see what you're capable of doing, your character is being exposed. And I'm listening, were you remorseful of your past? Is it still funny? Are you lying? Are you stuttering? Are you trying to make yourself come out as the hero instead of the villain? I'm listening to all that. And see, the thing about it is, when you have a relationship with Christ and you are truly connected, you can discern a thing. You know when a person nah, that don't sound right. That's off. That don't sound right. I tried to spend time with the individual. When I woke up to pray, that individual, it was Sunday. It's Sunday. I get up, I go pray. When I'm with a man, I want a man to pray with me. I want a man to pray for me. God is the air that I breathe. I'm literally nothing without him. I wake up giving God thanks and giving him glory and seeking his face. and desiring his wisdom and his presence in my life. I don't know what the day has ahead for me, but as long as I make communion with God in the beginning, I know for a fact that I'm going to be okay. This individual didn't. I woke up playing gospel. He's in the next room playing chaotic rap music with a bunch of cursing. How can two walk except they agree? See, there's no compatibility spiritually. And because he's nice to me and because he looks a certain way, that's great. But the substance, there's no substance. I feel like he has all of the ingredients, but the milk has gone bad. The butter is spoiled. So unfortunately, I had to release that individual, and he's very upset. He's so disappointed. What man wouldn't be when they're being rejected? But deep down inside, he knows what I was telling him was true. Hey, we have chemistry. However, we are not spiritually compatible. Now, don't get me wrong, he's been very respectful when it comes to my covenant with Christ. He hasn't tried anything, he hasn't trying to be, inappropriate with me. He's held my hand, we don't get into heavy petting or kissing. We'll just, kiss on the lips. We play games. He has been there as far as that goes. But I've watched him and I'm like, God, is he just being divisive and trying to make himself available for me and be in my face so I can get comfortable and say, well, he's been there? It feels as though he's trying to be divisive. And you could play good guy. You know, uh, Let me just say this. And somebody said this the other day, and I chuckled to myself. A smart guy could play dumb, but a dumb guy can't play smart. A sinner can play a saint for only so long, y'all. Someone who has good intentions, who really wants Christ the way you want them, they're going to be on with one accord with you. And even if they're slipping or falling short, they're going to be like, babe, I really am struggling in this area. I want us to pray. I want us to fast. I really, really need to seek the face of God with that. That's respectable. But for you to say, God, 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 I grew up in the church, and then it's Sunday morning on Easter, and you want to play chaotic rap with a bunch of cursing. You don't wake up with a praise in your heart and in your mind. You don't seek the face of Christ. That told me everything I needed to know. I'm in there praying on my knees by myself. So, again, I'm going to draw it all home. You guys, don't be afraid of change. Stay close to God. Hold on to his unchanging hand. Watch and pray, y'all. And always remember, how can two walk except they agree? They can't. And like I said before, don't be afraid of change. You may have to change your conversation, your telephone number, your address. Lately, I've been blocking people like nobody's business. If God say no, block, block, block. You may have to change the people that you hang around, your conversation, even your diet. I have given up pork, you guys. I drink more water. I drink 100% juice. I don't drink cocktail juice. I don't drink uh Tropicana Tempico or whatever that other processed stuff is. What you put in your body really affects the mind. It affects your ability to function, you guys. And I'm seeking knowledge on how to better take care of my temple. I'm seeking God's face so that I can be close to Him, so that He can be present in my life, and that I can be obedient and I can really hear His voice. And I am so confident in Him, knowing that God has something so much, so far greater than what's being presented to me. See, when you live in fear and you don't have God in your life, you're going to take the first thing that comes along, the first thing that looks good, the first thing that you say, well, you know what? She got 3 kids, but I could work with that. You know what? She got bad credit, but you know what? I could just help her. And then you try to help a person with their credit and they still sneaking and spending. But when you get with God and God tells you, yes, I know she's everything that you like. She's everything that you see here looks good. And I know you want it, son. I know you want it, daughter. And I know that your heart is lonely and that you desire someone, but this ain't it. You're going to be able to be like, you know what, God, you know best. And I trust you. But when you're living in fear, you're going to work with that. You're going to see what it do. And you're going to find out the hard way and you're going to waste time, energy, and money. And you're going to be so mad at yourself. And if you're lucky, you'll get away with not having any children or any attachments with that person once you realize that that ain't the route to go. So, anyways, I'm Nikki St. Clair. Thank you so much for choosing to be here. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, and I'm forever so thankful and so grateful that you stopped by. You guys don't live in fear, but live in Christ knowing that He is there with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. And trust and believe that He has something better for you. Don't live in fear and get desperate and just take any old thing because you're hungry, because you're thirsty, because you're lonely, because you just need a job for right now. You just need to feel better for right now. Don't play yourself short, you guys. You are royalty and you belong to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Anyways, I'm Nikki St. Clair. Thank you for choosing to be with me. I'll keep you guys in prayer. Keep me in prayer as well. And I will talk to you later. Peace out.